All right, in this video, we're gonna talk about how to invoice clients, how to create estimates. Well, we're not gonna get into the nitty gritty of it yet. We'll do that in later videos, but I'm just going to talk about the software we use to invoice our clients, to send quotes to our clients, to get credit card payments, ACH payments. We track our scheduling in here. It's a software called Jobber. I've explored multiple different softwares, and the user interface for this one is nice, it's clean, it's smooth. They have a big team, they have great support. If I was starting any sort of local service business, I wouldn't go with anything else right now. You can research it and do all you want, and maybe at some point there is a better competitor, but as of right now, like Jobber is the go-to one. So I'm gonna save you a lot of time and a lot of research. Just go to getjobber.com and sign up for, I think they offer a free trial, but really like the basic one that you're gonna need is 39 bucks a month at the time of recording this video. Don't mark my words on that. I think it's somewhere around there. We've already upgraded to the I don't know, 150 or 250 bucks a month deal. So there are different plans and you'll upgrade as you scale your business, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be well worth it to spend a couple $1,000 a year to it just streamlines so many things. Like even as the owner operator of this business, I've got back office management, and there are certain things that it's like, it would take me more time to call our back office staff and ask her to send an invoice than it would for me to open my Jobber app and just click send on the invoice. It's like easier than sending a text message. So if I'm with a customer out there and they're like, hey, the invoice didn't come through, or this is a big one, right? This is a huge one. And I'll probably title this video something like this for some clickbait, right? But we turned a $3,500 job into a $35,000. Well, it's like right short of 35,000. It's like 34.5 something. So literally like basically 10x the job for selling more services on site. We had our equipment on site. We had a skid steer, we had an excavator. Customer just wanted to get a bunch of stuff done. They started asking if we could build a boulder wall. They started asking if we could do some hardscaping. They started asking if we could do more drainage work. They started asking if we could install a drain, and we just said yes, yes, and yes, and we installed all that stuff. And guess what I used to send them the estimate? I said, yes, we can do that. I'll send you the estimate right now. I went on my phone, opened up Jobber, boom, 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 sent them the estimate. They signed it. They paid me the deposit right there. Jobber also allows you to, whenever you send estimates, you can claim a 50% deposit up front. In the beginning, you gotta do what you gotta do to get jobs, but I would encourage you to quickly start as quickly as you feel comfortable. Actually, no, you're not gonna feel comfortable doing it because you're not gonna feel like you're well equipped yet. I'm telling you, whenever we started making it required to start a job to put a 50% deposit down, changed our business. Reason is because small business, the hardest thing is cash flow management. If you've got cash in the bank, you can pay all your subcontractors, you can pay all your materials costs, you can pay your back office personnel, you can pay your accountant, you can pay your insurance, all that stuff without having to wait. You know, some people bill like net 30, which is the stupidest thing in the world. Like, you as a business owner, I'm telling you right now, you should never bill net 30, ever, unless you're doing a government contract. Just remember, we're doing a federal project and that one's net 30. It's just the way that it is with the government. They control everything, right? But if you're servicing residential clients, you should make it a priority to bill upon, like invoices are due upon receipt, which means whenever you complete the job, don't ever send an invoice before you're done with the job. But as soon as you're done with it, send that invoice and make it due upon receipt, all right? The reason is because like you can't afford as a small business to like front and float cash. And it's just bad business in my perspective. So along with that, claiming the 50% deposit up front, I always tell people, hey, in order to get on our schedule, like we just asked for 50% deposit up front. Once you do that, we will work you into the schedule. And it creates a very clear picture for the customer that look, we're not going to prioritize you, like as bad as this sounds, or it sounds a little harsh. I'm not going to prioritize you on my scheduling efforts until you commit to us as your contractor to hire. And it just simply has to be that way. And especially once you get busy enough to where you've got calls coming in every day, you've got crews out in the field, you've got a schedule, it's way easier to do that. In the beginning, I didn't require a 50% deposit up front. I just wanted to get the work, and I wanted as little hang-ups as possible to go get that work. So I was just hustling, right? Just getting the work done as fast and efficient as possible, right? And as soon as I was doing it, I was sending the invoice, claiming that. But that was part of like my startup capital, right? Was to front those material costs or whatever. In the beginning, I didn't have any subcontractors, I didn't have labor. So you can afford to do it in the very beginning if you are the person fulfilling the work and if you have very little overhead. So your overhead in the beginning should look something like insurance, website agency, any sort of marketing you're doing. Your overhead's very low before you start hiring employees. But once you start hiring employees, you've got salaries to pay. Once you start hiring back office, you've got salaries to pay. Once you start buying software like Jobber, you've got that as a monthly expense. You've got insurance to do the work. My point is here, get to charging 50% down deposit to book someone on your schedule as soon as you possibly can. Jobber makes that really easy.